with Enlightened World Network. We bring you a guided meditation every day of the year. And today, our guest meditator is Dr. Jane Mountrose. We're so pleased to have her here today. She's been with Enlightened World for at least a year now with different weekly podcasts. And we're so honored to have you here today, Jane. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. It's my pleasure.
We will let you start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, my purpose today is to share a meditation on magic and miracles, which is a favorite thing of mine. And I think in such a chaotic world, it's easy for us to get kind of bogged down in what we see around us, but we actually do have the opportunity to create a reality that's different from what we see in the world in general. And so I'm a teacher, I'm a trainer, and I work with clients. So I love to teach the things that work for me. All of my life, I've been a self-help person. And so what I'm going to do today actually is share and also in a way teach a couple of the things that I do myself pretty much every day and find that they're most empowering and also uplifting for me. So I'll be approaching it that way, and I'll share a few tips for you along the way in that regard. So I'm ready now, and I'd like to start. And I think that the first thing is just to notice how it feels being in a chaotic world many times. You know, it's like it can be kind of draining, and you might feel yourself kind of sinking into a place it's not the place you want to be, and yet sometimes it's difficult to get out of it. And we'll just use that as a starting point, just how it feels, just closing your eyes and breathing, and we'll be out of it soon. But it is for the comparison value, just noticing. Oh, pardon me, one oversight. I'm glad that happened at the beginning. So just noticing when you're in that place, feeling like the chaos in the world is getting to you, how you feel emotionally and how it feels in your body, and how you feel about yourself, which is really the bottom line. Is our perspective on who we are is really the thing that we're shifting as we move into a more ascended perspective of our reality. And then just notice as you do know that it doesn't have to be this way, and start by taking a few nice deep breaths. If you haven't closed your eyes, you can close them now. Just allowing your body and your mind to relax. And as you continue to relax, imagine that with each inhale, you're breathing in pure energy and light. And as you exhale, that you're releasing any tension that you notice in your body or in the space around you that is your energy field, any incoherent energy, and allowing that to release back into the universe where it can be transformed again into light. And knowing as you do that, as you breathe in more light and release everything that is not serving you now, anything you can release that is not serving you now, that makes more space for that light to come in. So with every breath, you can feel yourself becoming lighter. And continuing to breathe, allowing any thoughts that you don't need now to drift away. Just allowing your mind to relax. They can come back. There are those thoughts that about, well, is this real? And those kind of rational mind thoughts, they want to be heard, and they can be heard afterwards. Just allow them now to step aside and make a space for you to be in this moment in your body. Knowing this time is just for you. And another thing that I really enjoy doing, which I feel is very powerful too, is asking any energy that is not your own to leave your space now. Our intention is so powerful. We don't realize how powerful we are. But if you ask with your intention for any energy that is not your own to return, and you can return it lovingly wherever it came from to other people in other places, you might feel that happening. You might feel your space clearing, which creates more space just for you to be yourself. And similarly, we pick up or we leave bits of ourselves in other times and other places. So you can ask for any of those bits of yourself that are ready to come back to you to come back now. And to me, it almost feels like a vacuum, like it's coming, like there's energy coming in. And breathing that clear energy now, you might notice that you feel more present in your body and more relaxed. And from there, the next step is to breathe even lighter energy now, filling your body with that lighter energy, inviting the divine to surround you with light energy. And with every breath, you feel lighter and lighter to the degree that you feel like you can start to drift upward. Just gently, perfectly drifting upward out of the chaos. And as you drift upward, you might notice that that reality where the chaos exists becomes smaller below you. And I think just psychically imagining yourself going upward actually does lift lift you. It lifts us in terms of enlightenment into a higher state. So it's kind of a nice trick to use, just breathing and allowing yourself to rise up. And today I'd like to have us rise up to a beautiful lofty mountaintop. And together, none of us is alone. So as you're breathing in that lighter energy, you can imagine yourself arriving there on this mountaintop and noticing the beauty of the sky above you and around you. And it's one of those places with a panoramic 360-degree view where you can see everything. It's like the whole world is laid out around you. And you see it in its magnificence, the beauty of the world. And that feeling of being in a lofty place where the air just feels different. It feels lighter. And there's that sound of just being in that place away from the freeways, away from the chaos. It's a certain sound, very clear and pure. And just allowing yourself to find a place where you can relax there. Maybe imagining yourself as part of a circle of all of the people who are here, as Ruth suggested at the beginning, anytime, any place, wherever you're coming from, whenever you are hearing this, you can join, knowing that there are many of us who are rising up into a new reality together. And feeling that sense of unity with everyone and everything, just with those around you and also with the environment around you, being in nature. And there's that sense in nature of unity, feeling that connectedness with everything. And in this lofty space, it's connectedness also with the divine. Noticing the light above you, the sun above you, so beautifully shining down perfectly on each of us. Sensing in that the presence of all of the beautiful beings of light who are joining us today and who are with you every day, serving you and helping you, supporting you, and loving you. sensing that magic and miracles may be yours for the asking. And with this in mind, I'd like us to reach up in our minds and notice that light of source, that light of the divine shining down on us. And we're going to ask some of the archangels to support us by sending their special versions of this light. I'd like to start with Archangel Metatron, inviting Archangel Metatron to shine down a beautiful cascade of light. And Metatron is known for providing high frequencies of energy. You might sense it as a beautiful golden white energy with sparkles in it. It might be something different, just whatever feels right to you, and allow that light to flow down around you and over you and through you, entering through the top of your head and filling your whole body with that beautiful light. It's a higher frequency, connecting with our source. And it may flow down. Sometimes it feels like it flows down slowly because it's clearing out more. So again, you're clearing out, allowing it to clear out more energy that you don't need, that is holding you down. And just allowing anything that's ready to release to flow back out into the universe. And then you can fill that space with more light, opening to allowing that light into every cell of your body. Each of the cells has intelligence and appreciation of the energy that we offer to them. So you might notice a feeling. I start feeling tingling in my body when I invite divine light into my cells. Just feeling that, and again, allowing it to flow all the way down your arms to the tips of your fingers, down your torso, all the way down to your hips and legs and tips of your toes. And again, all around you, flowing out, filling your whole field of energy with it, and allowing that field to expand too. We hold ourselves in. You're magnificent, you're beautiful. Allow that light to shine and expand. Allow yourself to expand as much as you want. And we can thank Metatron. And now I'd like to invite Archangel Jophiel to join us and send down a cascade of rainbow light. Jophiel is known for rainbows, which I really love. And he's like the Merlin of the archangels, the magician. And he's also very joyful. So we have joy and magical magic and rainbows. And so you can allow that rainbow light now to flow down over you and through you again, as we did with Metatron, entering through the top of your head. And as it comes down into the cells of your body, allowing anything that is not that magic and that light to be released, anything you're ready to release now, making more space for the divine in you. Feeling all of those, I imagine them as sparkles of rainbow light entering all the cells of my body. Again, flowing all the way down through my body and around me. You may even feel yourself expanding more now. And just breathing and feeling your divinity, feeling that you have the magic and you have miracles too. Miracles and magic go together. And so we thank Jophiel, and I'd like to invite now Archangel Jophiel and asking her to send divine love. So from that light above you, you can imagine whatever color resonates with you. I see it as pink, beautiful, divine love flowing down over me and through me. You can feel it flowing through you too, inviting that love into every cell of your body. I like to imagine it sometimes as that there's a little heart in every cell of my body. And they're so appreciative. Every part of us loves love. Love is who we are. We're not the fear. We're not those other things that we see so far below us, where people are unaware of this potential that we have. So you can allow that love to flow all the way through your body and again around you, releasing anything you're ready to release that is not love, back out into the universe to be shifted or changed back into light, transformed back into light. Then I'd like to thank Haniel and invite in Archangel Jophiel. And Jophiel is known as the angel of beauty, among other things. They all have many faces. And I'd like to imagine Jophiel sending down beautiful red rose petals and the energy for us to open fully to the beauty within ourselves, the beauty that exists in all levels of ourselves, in our bodies, our minds, our spirits. And you can use this opportunity to release any limiting beliefs you have about anything about your body or about yourself. So you can open to that beauty. You have that unique beauty that is just yours, that is here to express itself in the world. And again, imagining us all in a circle on the mountaintop, looking around you at the beauty of each person there. We all have it. Again, allowing that beauty, those rose petals, and I imagine those may be rose petals in every cell. Whatever feels right to you, just allowing that sense of beauty, of the beauty within, to flow down over you and around you, releasing anything you can that's not that, and allowing it to flow back out to be transformed back into light, so you can fill yourself with more light. And thanking Jophiel and all of the angels and all of our guides and angels and masters who are around us. I think it's more than we could possibly imagine. Just being aware that they're always here for us and that we can open to miracles. The miraculous is here for us. It's really also, it relates a lot to our intention. And I have things that I say to myself to open to magic and miracles during the day and sending it out into the future for myself. And we can all do this together. Now, just with the light that we have, that we've collected, imagine from the mountaintop sending that out to the world around you. You can send it to your loved ones, to your community, to any part of the world that needs more of it now. And also we can send it through time into the future. We can fill the future with our understanding of magic and miracles in our lives, knowing that we're surrounded by these beautiful beings of light who can support us in experiencing that. So I often like to send it out, imagine my future before me, and just send all of that energy out so that it's there for me this week and this month, extending out all the way to the horizon. And then for reminders, one of my favorite ones, when I do a meditation, I might do rising to the mountaintop and meditating there. I might just do cascades of light from the angels. And I find this combination for me works really well. My clients seem to really like it too, and students. But there are more. There are other combinations that you might enjoy too. One of the things I like to say is part of my meditation and part of just getting started in the morning is something magical is happening today, or something miraculous is happening today, or both. Something magical and miraculous is happening today, and I'm going to find out what it is. So then as the day progresses, I'm watching for the magic and miracles to come along. Because it's interesting, we can miss them. They can be right in front of us and we don't see them. So then we watch for the magic and miracles and stay. I like to stay in the, I remind myself during the day that I want to be in the flow with joy and ease. That's very interesting to me too, because it does seem to actually produce different results. And then if there's a concern, one of my favorites is, this is going to come out much better than I ever expected, and I know I will be surprised and delighted with the results. For some reason, my guidance, if I ask them how things are going to come out, they often use those words for me. You'll be surprised and delighted with the results. And I just so much enjoy going through my day with that expectation, whatever I might be challenged by. And we are challenged. It's part of our growth to be challenged. But it's going to come out much better than I ever expected, and I'm going to be surprised and delighted with the results. And then follow through with that expectation of magic and miracles. And with all of that, just taking another beautiful breath of the divine. And it's funny, at the end, often it's like return to your normal state. Well, we can return to, I guess, our normal state. We want to be obviously in an active state where we can be grounded and get through the day in that state, but we can carry the divine with us too. We don't have to leave it on the mountaintop. So just imagine, and you maybe can imagine staying on the mountaintop and preparing to return to your day, wherever you are in your day. And then noticing yourself now sitting in your seat or wherever you're resting. And feeling your feet firmly on the ground. You always want to be grounded. You can invite Archangel Sandalphon to join you, to bring up energy from the core of the earth, the crystal core of the earth, and bring it up through your body. And then Metatron above. There is that kind of, I like that balance, that perfect balance between heaven and earth. Breathing in more active energy, preparing to come back for your day. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Jane Mountrose. I love that.
Oh, good.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I even wore my
meditation.
rainbow scarf to celebrate the occasion. Rainbows are one of my favorites. There is magic in rainbows.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I took a couple of notes here, some things that you said that can really be so helpful to folks. Something miraculous is happening today, and I'm going to find out what it is. And also, this is going to come out much better than I expected, and I will be surprised and delighted with the results.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what my guidance often tells me. I don't know if you get that same message, but they use surprised and delighted, because I I ask and I keep getting the same thing, and I say, well, you always say that, and they say, well, try it, you'll see. And I am.
No, I love that. I love that. And then you also talked about intention, our intention being so powerful, and we don't realize how powerful we are. Do you mind just talking about intention for just a moment?
Sure. It is having an intention on how you want your life to be. Some people say, and maybe more in a more 3D perspective, that life is a game and we make up the rules. I mean, you could say also that life is an opportunity and we can create what we want. We're creators. I think that might be a more spiritual way of looking at it, that we're creators and we have this canvas in front of us. It's our life is our canvas, and we can make of it what we intend. And the more clear we are in our intention, the more we're empowered we are. That's the way that I look at it. But I think it's such a beautiful thing. I'm an artist by nature, and to me now it's like life is an art project in a way, and now it is, everything in my life is a creative project. And I think you don't have to be an artist per se to have that perspective or to understand life in that way, because if we move up, if we awaken to the truth of who we are, then we realize that we're creators and life is our creation, and we create through the power of our intention. So the more of ourself we can embrace, and just releasing things that are not us, the more powerful we are and the more present we can be to our lives.
Beautiful. Now, Jane, you are a prolific author with your husband, Philip. Can you tell us what's the latest book that you all have put together?
Well, we're actually just finishing one. We've put it out in an ebook form, and we're in the process now of completing it as a regular paperback. And it is now, we're calling it, Ruth has actually read it. We haven't changed the inside much, but we're calling it The Loving Light of the Soul, The Loving Light of Your Soul.
Nice.
Or I'm sorry, The Loving Power of Your Soul. Both are true.
They're both good.
Whatever.
They're both good. The loving power of your soul. Beautiful.
So that's coming, and that's coming soon.
Excellent. But they can get it as an ebook. Right.
Right. I wouldn't suggest that right now because it will be coming out soon. And I would prefer to have people get the latest of everything, because when we actually do release it, which will probably be around the beginning of the year, then it will be, we'll have more. And we always have produced videos and audios. Philip, actually, my husband, went to UCLA film school years ago. But so we've always done videos, and so there's more than just a book. When we write a book, we produce, we have guided visualizations, and a lot of, we include classes. We have them actually recorded, and a lot of things, so people can really follow through on what we're sharing. And to me, the part about connecting with the power of the soul is how important it is for us to recognize that we do have inner wisdom and to live by that. It's hard to have an intention if you're not quite sure who you are or what your purpose is, and all of those things can become much more clear over time, I think. And I think you would say so too, just by connecting with that inner guidance and living with that. Made a huge difference to me. I came from a place where I didn't feel I mattered. And it was a very deflating place to be. I was an architect. I was a successful architect, but I didn't feel, it got to the point where it wasn't really fulfilling for me. So it wasn't really meaningful for me. And I didn't know what was. But each of us matters. I think we have to find the beauty within ourselves and understand that we make a difference. Everything we do makes a difference.
And you aren't what you do.
Right.
Yeah, there was so much more to you than just being an architect. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Jane, if people want to know more about you and the work that you are doing and that you and Philip are doing, how do they find you?
Well, there are a couple of things. We have actually a gathering, we call it, on the Enlightened World Network on Sundays, which is at 5:00 Pacific time. So that would be 8:00 Eastern. And it's called the Circle of Love and Light. And it is a volunteer opportunity for people to do things like we did today. bringing energy for ourselves and then sharing it with the world, doing our parts to create the kind of loving world that we want. And also we have guests and share tips. And well, you were on last week. It was wonderful with Terry talking about the gems. It's different every time. So that's on Sundays. And we also have, for people who want to take a deep dive into spirituality and growth, we have a 1-year long program that we offer, which is starting actually up. And again, we have starting points 4 times a year. The next one is coming up in a week or so. And you can find out about that at tinyurl.com/whole, HOL, as in holistic, HOL coach, all in one, HOLCOACH. And that takes you to our website. The actual URL is so long, we just got a tiny URL for it.
Right. Excellent. And Jane, you're also on Facebook.
Right.
Great. Just go to Jane Mountrose. And if you want to know how to contact her and can't figure it out, reach out to me at Enlightened World Network.
Right.
So Jane, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Ruth.
Yeah. And friends, thank you for being here. We're so excited to be with you on your spiritual growth. And we're so pleased to have you with us as we are exploring ours raw and live. So what more can you say? Right. So take good care and God bless. We'll see you soon. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you.